Good morning, students. As a part of the chapter that is living beings and their habitats, today we are going to study about the food chains. Students, you know what is habitat? Habitat, as you all know, is the living place of an organism from where it gets food, shelter, and protection. Now let us move further with the slideshow. Students, what are the food chains? Our topic today will be the food chain and basic aim. What is the aim? Can I use a food chain to show how animals get their food? And the success criteria behind is I can name some sources of food. I can give examples of carnivores, herbivores and omnivores. I can order the living things in a food chain. If we will finally by the end of the chapter will be able to do all this, then our chapter is a success. Now first of all, the sources of food. Do you remember the several life processes? What are the basic life processes that say that something is alive or not? First of all is the nutrition, that is, it gets food, it needs food. Then excretion, that is the removal of the waste products from the body. Reproduction is another feature of the living beings by which it reproduces its own kind so that the generation goes on and on. Growth, development is another factor. Sensitivity, that is responding to the environment. Next is respiration, that is it respires, and movements. No doubt the plants do not move from one place to another, but still they show certain movements. Maybe the movement of water from roots to the upper parts of water, or movement of food from the leaves to the roots as well and other parts as well. So today we are going to look at the nutrition part only. Just move further. Sources of food. Some of the animals get their food by eating plants only. And those animals which get their food from plants only, they are called herbivores. Can you think of some herbivores? Can you think of some of the different things that they could eat? Yes, you can. Here are some examples of the herbivores. It may be a kangaroo, rabbit, giraffe, a sheep, butterfly, horse, a tortoise, and different things that they eat. Maybe leaves, maybe stems, some may be eating the fruits, some may be eating the seeds, some may be eating the grains. But still, they are eating the plants or parts of plants only. Further, some of the animals get their food from eating other animals. Like the example itself is shown here in the figure. An owl eats rats or other small animals. Then lion eats any of the other animals. It's the biggest predator in the jungle. Can you think of some other carnivores? Yes, you can. Maybe a frog, maybe a snake, a crocodile, a shark. Let's move further and see some of the carnivores: eagle, cat, shark, snake, tiger. And what do they eat? They in fact eat other small animals. And the bigger animal which eats the other, that is called a predator. And the animal that is eaten is called a prey. Let's move further. And the next slide. Some animals get their food from eating some plants and other animals. That is, they are eating plants as well as the animals. That is what I was telling. We will restrict to nutrition only. That is, they get their nutrition from plants as well as animals. Such animals, they are called omnivores. bear. Can you think of some other omnivores? Yes, you can. And here you can see some omnivores. It may be a gorilla, rat, pig, dog, cat, rat, and perfect omnivore which is present on the planet Earth is none other than a cockroach. That is, these animals eat plants as well as the animals. Further, the sources of food are humans, we people, the herbivores, carnivores, or omnivores. What do we eat? The human beings, students, they eat plants as well as other animals. So, human beings are the perfect examples of omnivores. From here, let us reach to our basic motive of the day. What is a food chain? A food chain shows how each animal gets its food, and food chains are one of the ways that living things depend on each other to stay alive. Here, for example, is shown a worm or some grass may be eaten by a rat, and rat is eaten further by an owl. That is forming a chain. This is called a food chain. So, what a food chain is? Food chain is basically which animal is eaten by whom in nature. What is eaten by whom in nature makes a food chain. Here we have a clip as well. We'll can see that later. Let us move to further. What is a food chain? The arrow in a food chain is eaten by. Here, a worm eaten by a sparrow. Sparrow is further eaten by a cat. That is a food chain. Worm itself is eating some plants. So all the food chains basically start from the plants, from the green plants. In fact, here it is written, each food chain starts with the green plants. Green plants are called producers because they produce food. How do they produce food? That you have already learned in lower levels. That is by the process of photosynthesis, taking carbon dioxide and water and turning it into the glucose and presence of light and chlorophyll. So basic producers are the plants only. So all the food chains start from plants. All animals are the consumers because they basically consume the food that is structured or manufactured by the plants. Animals that eat animals are called predators, and the animals that are eaten, they form the prey. So here there are food chains in all kinds of habitats. Here is another food chain shown. Grass is eaten by a worm, worm is eaten by a rat, and rat is eaten by an owl. So we are moving from producers, grass producer, to primary consumer, the worm. Secondary consumer is the rat, and tertiary consumer is an owl. Same is the case with the second food chain. In some of the Western countries, even beef is eaten. Let us move further. Use some of these living things to draw a food chain on your whiteboards or in your notebook. Remember to draw arrows. I have drawn some arrows here, and this basically is forming a food web. See, grass is eaten by a snail is eaten by a sparrow is eaten by a fox. Or in another food chain, grass is eaten by a rabbit is eaten by a fox. Another food chain, some of the grains or grass is eaten by the rat and rat is eaten by a fox. Another food chain here, the grains or grass that is eaten by the rabbit and rabbit is eaten by the human beings, or snails in some of the countries are eaten directly by human beings. Another food chain. So, in your group, arrange the cards into as many food chains as you can. This will be your practice session. There are lots of correct answers. You may start making your own food chains. Like one I am going to explain. The grass is eaten by snail. Snail is eaten by a rat, and rat is further eaten by a fox. Fox may be further eaten by a tiger. So lots of food chains, and when a number of food chains lie in contact with each other, then they form the food web. We can rearrange these living things to make two food chains. Which habitats do the food chains belong to? In a first food chain, the grass is eaten by zebra and zebra is eaten by a lion. This is a producer by the primary consumer. Primary consumer is zebra here and secondary consumer is a lion. So here, producer eaten by consumer, which is further eaten by a carnivore, that is a predator. This is the habitat. And which habitat would they occur? In a jungle. Forest is their habitat. The second habitat, you can see some of the water plants. Then crab is eaten by squid is eaten by walrus. They all live in water. So this food chain occurs in an aquatic habitat. So, by the end of the lesson or the end of the topic, that is what a food chain is. Now I can use a food chain to show how animals get their food, and you can check your success. I can name some sources of food. I can give examples of carnivores, herbivores, omnivores, and I can order living things in a proper food chain. So basically, by the end, I would say what a food chain is. Food chain is in the nature what is eaten by whom. That completes a food chain. Thank you very much.